everybody, it's Lauren. I got up this morning, I took a shower, I did my hair. I'm so excited. So if anybody's on, give me a heart or a thumbs up. I'm not sure how to see comments on here yet, but I want to know that somebody's watching to know that I'm doing this correctly. We have a few minutes before we get started making cake pops. Let's see if I can figure out how to do the comments on here. Let's see, I'm not sure. Maybe. Okay. Oh, here we go. So if you hop on, tell me who you are, where you're from, what you like to bake. I hope that you all enjoy this. We have a couple more minutes before we get started. But I'll tell you why I wanted to do this. First of all, I love to bake. I think my mom's gonna be watching, and I have to thank her for teaching me how to bake. We baked all the time when I was growing up. She's a very good baker. She can't make bread very well, so neither can I, but boy, she can make cake and cookies and cupcakes, and we made lots of brownies. Do you all make brownies with your kids? Brownies are a really fun thing to teach kids how to make. So are cake pops. So I baked my whole life. About 2-3 years ago, I started making and decorating cookies and love that. But one thing I wanted to do through this pandemic was learn how to make some new things. So I thought I'm gonna learn how to make cake pops. And although I'm not great yet at making cake pops, I have been practicing a lot, and they taste awfully good. And I mean, they look fun. They're just not perfect like I want them to be. So I thought it would be a fun thing for you all to do at home with your kids. And maybe I could teach you a little bit about at least what I know. I take lots of classes. Oh, hey, Brenda's Cookie Creation. Somebody's on. I'm so excited. From Colorado. Yay. Have you ever made cake pops? So it's so funny, my children, I have an 18-year-old. I'm not exactly sure where to look, so hopefully I'm looking at you all. But I have an 18-year-old and a 14-year-old, and they don't really like my cookies. They're tired of them. I mean, I've been making them eat them for 3 years now, and they don't really want any more cookies. But my 14-year-old loves cake pops. So cake pops are a really fun thing to make with your kids. We'll wait just a few more minutes because it's just now 11 o'clock. We'll see if anybody, oh, cake pops aren't your favorite, Brenda? You know, I don't like cake pops either, I'll be honest. But my son and my husband thinks that they're the greatest things ever. So I am going to learn how to make them. And a lot of people love cake pops. So Brenda, what is your favorite dessert? I'll tell you what my favorite is. I think lemon bars. I love lemon bars. So I think I'm gonna make lemon bars on Friday. But if you hop on, tell me where you're from and what you would maybe like to learn how to make. I'm not professionally trained, but I am very artistic and I've baked my whole life, so I can figure things out in the kitchen pretty well, especially when it comes to baking, because I think when you're artistic, you know, baking comes right along with it. Ooh, Brenda loves cheesecake. So I have a good friend named Tammy who just told me that she made cheesecake in her Instapot, and it was delicious. So maybe next week I will attempt that. I need to order the little insert to do it. But yes, I love cheesecake. We've been doing takeout once a week or twice a week, and last week we did it from the Cheesecake Factory, and I thought, well, we'll just get something healthy because they have healthy options at the Cheesecake Factory. And then we saw that you got free cheesecake with every order. So we had cheesecake, and it was delicious and so fattening, but I don't even care. So anyway, it's 11:02, so we'll go ahead and get started. But I just want you all to know, if you are watching this, and even if it's live or on the replay, and you comment and you share, I am going to do a drawing. And that means if you share this post on your page, because I really would love to have a bunch of people watch this, not because I'm making any money or anything off of it. I just think, you know, we're all bored to death, and it's fun to learn how to do something new. And so if you're local, I live in Versailles, Kentucky, and if you're local, then and you win the contest, you will get some free cake pops. You'll just have to come pick them up, porch pickup, because we got to be socially distant. Now, if you are not local, then I'm going to make you an adorable hand towel and stick it in the mail for you. And I'm not exactly sure what it's going to say, but it'll have something to do with baking, because I also love my Cricut machine. So make sure that you comment and make sure that you share this video. So we will get started. I am going to put my camera down so that you can see what I'm doing. Now, the very first thing that you have to do with cake pops, oh, I have to look at my cute little bunny. Is this adorable? Look at this. I bought this from my friend Dwayne at House by JSD Designs. Y'all need to check them out. They're awesome. But I love this. It hides my belly, so it's really good. My belly's getting bigger during the coronavirus. Anybody else with me? Anybody else with me? So, yours is still in the box. What is still in the box? Your apron? I'm not sure. Tell me more, Brenda. But so I am going to put the camera down so that you all can see this. I made a cake yesterday. Strawberry cake. Love strawberry cake. It's my favorite. And all I did is I used the box cake mix, and then I added some things to it. And you can look up your own recipe. Just say, look it up on Pinterest or look it up on Google, you know, how to make a boxed cake mix taste better. And they're so, yes, Cricut. Oh, Brenda, you have to get your Cricut out of the box. It's the best thing ever. I make all kinds of things with it. But let me turn my other on so you can see both things. So I have my mixer and I have my cake, and I made this yesterday, and like I said, it's delicious. Look at that. Oh, so good. It's delicious strawberry cake, and I'm going to cut it into pieces so it's a little bit easier. Also, it's a little bit easier if your cake is chilled. So make it the day before, stick it in the fridge, and then bring it out about 15 minutes. I'm going to plop that in my mixer. Now, if you're doing this with kids, don't use a mixer. Let them use their hands, because it's just so much more fun. Just make sure that they wash their hands really well. My hands are very, very clean. I washed them and sang the alphabet song before we started. So I'm only going to use half of my cake, and then I'm going to put the other half, I'm going to wrap it real tightly and put it in the freezer so I can use it again. Also, just a little hint, see the brown on the cake? I mean, that it's not burnt or anything, that's just making the cake. If you're making completely white cake pops, you can kind of scratch that off because it might show. I mean, that's what I've heard. I don't really care because, you know, I'm not making these for a wedding. I'm making these for my kids to eat, and hopefully you're going to still do the same thing. So I'm going to plop them in my mixer, and I'm just mix it a little bit just to kind of get a fine crumble. So I'm going to come over here and mix this up till it's pretty crumbly. And like I said, if you're doing this with your kids, just let them use their fingers because that is more fun. mix it on high at first because I'll have cake pop crumbs all over my kitchen. Now, one thing that you want to do is see, can I get down here and you can see me? I'll do this. One thing that you want to do while you're mixing your cake pop crumbs is, or after you mix your cake pop crumbs, is you want to take a little bit out, because that way if you make your cake pops too wet, you put in too much icing, you can put in a few crumbs and you can dry it out a little bit. You want your cake pops to be the consistency of Play-Doh. So give me a thumbs up or a heart if you've ever played with Play-Doh. Play-Doh's awesome. Basically, we're making Play-Doh, which is why this is so much fun for kids. So I'm gonna go over here, and my crumbs, can you see that? Yeah, are pretty fine, so that's good. They don't have to be totally fine. And now, this is your friend right here. You don't have to make homemade buttercream or homemade vanilla. It doesn't work as well. You just want to get cheap old Pillsbury vanilla, okay? Oh, lots of people have played with Play-Doh. Awesome. If you're on here, because I can't see the way I'm doing this, I can't see who's on, comment, because that way I'll know you're here and it'll make me happy. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a spoon and I'm gonna put in 2 blobs, probably 2 tablespoons. And again, this works best if it's cold. Now before I do that, I need to get out another spoon, and I need to get out a few of my crumbs so that I can add some back if I put in too much frosting. So I've done that. So I just have my crumbs in a bowl. See? And if you use a cute bowl, it makes you even happier. So I put my crumbs in there, and then I'm going to start mixing. Now, the key to all this is when you're done with that spoon that you put in the frosting, to immediately put it in the sink in water, because otherwise you'll lick it and you'll gain even more weight during this Corona thing. Okay? So, hey Sandy, hey Lexi, who else is on here? Barbara, I need you. Look at all this gray on my hair. I mean, it's terrible. I've been curling it because it kind of hides some of the gray, but it's bad. It's bad, Barbara. Okay, so we're gonna mix it up. We're mixing it up. Oh yeah. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Now, when I lift my thing up, do you see it how it's kind of clumping on there? That's perfect. It's perfect, but it might be a little wet, and I'm gonna show you how you can tell. If you roll it into a ball, just remember your kindergarten days. Thank you, Barbara, you're beautiful too. Okay, if you can roll it into a ball and it doesn't really sag, it's good, it's perfect. But I can tell that it's maybe a little wet, because when I indent it in there, I mean, it just sort of really stays indented. I don't know if there's an exact science. Like I said, I'm not a professional baker. You just want it to be able to hold its shape. So I am going to put a little bit of my cake back in, my cake crumbs. Barbara, you should see Stacy, my husband's hair. It is so long. It looks so good. Ooh, love it, love it, love it. But he probably needs a haircut soon. I thought about doing it, but he looks so good, I don't want to ruin it. But it is long, but I think it's very nice. So we're mixing our cake balls a little bit more. Oh, do you think how they're really, see how they're really sticking on there? I have to call my mom back. She's probably trying to figure out how to watch live, but I'll have to let her watch the replay. So these are perfect. I'm going to take this off. so we don't lose any of our goodness. And I am gonna immediately lick this. No, I'm not. I'm gonna immediately put this in the sink so I don't lick it. Look at that. Give me a heart if you really wanna lick this spoon. Oh my gosh, doesn't that look delicious? I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Gotta have willpower during the coronavirus. Okay, so I'm gonna put my cake here out of the way. And I'm gonna show you all my dough. Can you see it? And see how it's really come away from the sides? So that means the consistency is good. It's like Play-Doh. So let me bring y'all back over here. I gotta wash my hands off before I touch my iPad. Okay? You can make this for your kids. Just like this, you don't even have to make cake pops. Make this for your kids. Give it to them, let them build creations, and then tell them to eat it, and they'll be totally shocked, which would be awesome. You could use different cake mixes to make different colors, but for right now, we're just gonna do this. So I'm gonna bring, now the real fun is gonna begin. So you're really supposed to use wax paper, but I don't have any, and I'm not going to the store because it's not a necessary item. But I always have lots of parchment paper, so these might stick, but you know, it's okay. So what you want is you want a scoop. This is a Pampered Chef scoop from years ago when everybody was really into Pampered Chef. And you want to scoop, this is about 4 centimeters or about 3.5 centimeters. It really could be a little bit bigger. But I also have my handy dandy little scale. Scales are great when you are cooking and baking because you can measure out ingredients a lot better. So what would be better to do is to roll this up inside in some saran wrap and chill it, but I'm not gonna do that. We don't have time for that. So I'm just gonna take my scoop off and see, scooped it. I'm gonna put it in my hand and then I'm just gonna measure it because you want it to be about 30 grams. So that way it won't slide off the cake pop. So let's see if I can get this onto grams. Let's see, that's about 19. So that's way too small. So I'm just gonna do this just to see about how big. You don't wanna make it too small because then that's gonna make somebody really sad. Oh, that's 39, that's too big. Now once you do the very first cake pop, you'll know, you can roll the other ones. 31, perfecto. So, here's my cake pop. Now all I'm gonna do is, I'm not gonna do a lot of these because I just want you all to see how to do it. Now, comment, I would like you all to comment with what other things you would like to learn how to bake because I'm gonna do this every day. So those are about the same size. See, once you do the first one, you don't even have to use that scoop. Because here's the thing, if they're not exactly the same size, who really cares, right? I'm gonna give these to my son. Do you think he's gonna care if they're all the same size? Or if they're all perfectly round? But here, I'll use my little scoop just so I can be a little bit professional. Okay? But tell me something you'd like to learn how to bake. Because it won't be as fun if I pick everything. I think this week, tomorrow I'm going to decorate some cookies. Wednesdays are going to be Wacky Wednesday, which is going to be so much fun. We're going to learn on Wednesday how to make deviled eggs that aren't really eggs. They're a dessert that's all sugar and deliciousness. We're gonna make something really fun every Wednesday like that. Thursday, we're gonna do some kind of cookie. And then, ooh, okay, macaroons or macarons, because it is a difference. Now, if you want the things that look like little cakes, you know, with the filling inside, I've never made those, but hey, I'm up for the challenge. We can learn together. Okay, so I've got 6 little cake pops. Okay, so let's see, macaroons, that's one thing. Did I say I was gonna make lemon bars? I think I might make lemon bars on Friday. What else do y'all wanna learn how to make? Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do, these are perfectly round. They're not perfectly round, but they are pretty round. See, they look pretty good. And I know they're not big, I know they're not too big. Now, you can do several things with cake pops. You can put them on straws, which I love because I think it just adds a little level of cuteness. Or you can get these plastic cake pop sticks. Now, these are great because you can use them over and over because they're plastic and they're washable. So these are great. But I like straws, so I'm gonna use straws. Then the next thing you're gonna need is, let's see, a jelly roll. I haven't been able to get the cake to roll without breaking. Oh, I can make pumpkin rolls. So we will definitely do that. I love pumpkin rolls. We'll make that. It's all about using parchment paper and then rolling it while the paper and kind of taking the paper off. So we'll do that together for sure. So when you melt your candy melts, when I first tried to do this, I couldn't get my candy melts to melt. They were really clumpy. And I thought, what in the world is going on? Well, what happened is I used my double broiler. And you can't do that with candy melts because what'll happen is the condensation from the boiling the water will come up and it'll actually seize your chocolate and it'll make them clumpy. So I have learned. I got this bad boy at Walmart. You know, you all, I went to Walmart yesterday. I just got to share. At 7 in the morning with my mask, there was nobody there, and I've never had more fun in my life. I called my parents and I said, I just spent two hours at Walmart walking around. I mean, it was like an outing. Isn't that the saddest thing? But it was really fun. Tell me what fun outings you've been on lately, because I'm very social, and being in my house all the time is not good for my soul. So I had a little trip to Walmart. So I got this yesterday. You want to use silicone because it works the best. It doesn't have hot spots and it works great in your microwave. And then these candy melts. Now I got these, they have little speckles of color in them because again, I thought that would be fun. I got these at Michael's online. I ordered them and then I went and picked them up. They were deeply discounted because they were Easter. So you might try that. I'm gonna pour some of these in here. And this is fun because you can do, you know, half one color and half the other color, but we're just gonna use one color. And then the key to this is you wanna put these on your, in your microwave at 50% power. And you wanna do them really slowly so you don't scorch them. So, can y'all see my microwave? If my mom is watching, notice how clean it is. I really cleaned it out for this. I'm gonna put it on for 1 minute at 50% power. And we'll see what happens. And then, while we're doing that, I am going to put some straws in my cake pops. Let's see, let me get some cute ones. I really like these. I got these straws from my friend Beth. She owns the cutest shop in Versailles. It's called Vintage Bandits. You all need to check her out. And I called her because I had seen them in there before we were quarantined. And I bought them online and she brought them right out to my car, which was awesome. But she sells the cutest things. Now, my son is asleep still, 11:21, but if he were awake and I turned my back, these would be gone because he doesn't even need to have chocolate on them. Okay, so let's see how that melting went. Let's see, they still need to be melted, but it is very important to stir them. And my sister-in-law gave me this little wooden spoon. I'm gonna use it just because it's cute. Okay, so I'm gonna stir my candy melts. You all can't see that, but I'm stirring them because some of the ones in the bottom could be melted. And I'm gonna put them back in for another minute. Ah, I didn't wanna do that. I'm gonna put them back in, and then I'm gonna show you some helpful things that you can get. So if you've ever made candy melts and you can't get the candy to get the good consistency, you can get these things right here. These are called Paramount Crystals, and you just add them into your chocolate and it'll help make it a little bit smoother. I've never used them. I just ordered them. So we're gonna see what happens. And then I got this at Walmart yesterday too. It's a little cake pop stand. It was very inexpensive. Put it together. I'm gonna put my cake pops on there. And then you must have sprinkles, okay? Sprinkles are the glitter of the baking world. And those of you that know me know that I love, I don't want to show you the calories. Know that I love glitter. Now this shop, the Sprinkle Pop shop, oh my gosh, they have the prettiest sprinkles. Okay, so now let's check out our, let's see, probably, let me move this camera and then you probably can really see. Let's see, let me do this so you can see this too. Okay, so, oh, they're getting good, and yes. Now you want to make sure that you do not burn the chocolate. So you want to just, it's not completely melted. So I'm going to put this on maybe for 10 more seconds. Always do it at 50% power. Yeah, always do it at 50% power because that way you won't scorch your chocolate. Let's see. Oh, that looks good. Oh, yes. They're almost melted. Now, you don't want to just put this in the microwave for 3 minutes and think that you're going to be golden because it just doesn't work like that. Now, this is kind of thick. So I'm going to try these crystals. Like I said, I've never used them. Right here. We're going to see what happens. Apparently, you just put a few in. You stir it up. So we're just going to see how it works. Part of these daily things is I'm going to be learning right along with you all. I'm just going to try things I've never tried before. Okay, let's see. Oh, yes, that did make it. That was good. That did make it more runny. Can you all see that? Let's see if I can get it better. Can you see that? Oh, yeah. I'm going to put in a few more, though. Now, I'm not going to get perfectly smooth cake pops because this has little, this has color in it, or little clumps of color. But that's okay with me. It makes them fun and festive. Okay, I'm gonna put it in there for 10 more seconds and see what happens. Let's see. On 50%. Time to cook. We'll see. Okay. Who thinks this is going to be perfect? Oh, yes. You want it to really drizzle down like that. Okay? So we are ready to dip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cake pop on my little straw. And the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dip my, let's see if I can get this really where y'all can see it. I'm gonna dip my straw in, and then I'm gonna put it in my cake pop. Otherwise, my cake pop is probably gonna fall off into my icing, into my chocolate. So this will adhere it on there. I'm gonna do this. Somebody's coming downstairs. It's my husband. So I'm gonna do that. Yeah. Oh, you can see it? Oh, good. He's showing me his phone.
It's delayed or something.
Oh, it's delayed? I think that's normal. Do I sound strange? Okay. Yeah, I think Facebook is delayed. So, let's see. Oh, hold on. I didn't want to do that. Yes, I did.
Yeah, see, it's
Oh, yeah, he's showing me how it's delayed. Oh, that's interesting. So my cake pops are sitting here and they're drying a little bit. My husband is stealing some cake pop. Let's see, I got to get over here. Okay, so we gotta let these go a little bit. We gotta let the chocolate on there dry. Let's see, what should we do while the chocolate's drying? We want to make cake pops. We want to make jelly rolls. We want to make cookies. Let's see. What about creme brulee? Do y'all like creme brulee? I have a great, oh, Stacy already went upstairs, Barbara. I should have shown you his beautiful hair. Let's see. If I had a big freezer, I could stick these in here and the chocolate would do its thing, but I don't have that. So we just got to be patient. Make sure my chocolate is still, ooh, I just dropped some cake in my chocolate. That's okay. I'll just stir it up in there. Nobody will even know. So these crystals I'm going to show you again, they are the key. Oh, there's my little doggy. Let me go get her to lay down. Come here. Come here. Come lay down. Lay down. Good girl. That's a good girl. There you go. There you go. There you go. I bet it's long. It's been a while. Yes, it is very long. Okay, so I think that my my chocolate is on there enough so it won't mess up when we dip. Let's try it. Let's give it a try. So we're gonna dip. Okay? So I'm gonna put it in there. I'm gonna swirl it around. I'm gonna lift it up. I'm gonna shake a little bit of it off on the bottom. And then let me bring this over so you can see it. Ta-da! Perfect! Now, what you can do is at this point, you can take your little sprinkles. Let's see, I had something to put my sprinkles in, but I don't know what I did with it. So let me grab oh, here it is. Yeah, it's a takeout container. So let me put this down. You want to do this while the chocolate is still wet. I'm just gonna put a little bit of sprinkles. I love these sprinkles. Like I said, these are from the Sprinkle Pop Shop, and they are just too pretty. Sometimes the big ones will flop to the bottom, but oh, let's see. How can I let you all see this? Doesn't that look great? it's even dripping off, but it's because the sprinkles were heavy. But it totally doesn't matter. It's gonna be delicious. So I'm gonna sit it over here on my little tray. Let's do another one. Okay, so let's mix it up a little bit. Swirl it. And then you can kind of wipe it on there to get off a little bit of your extra, or kind of swirl it around. But I think the extra means that there's just more chocolate to eat. And then the way I really honestly like cake pops the best, let me put this down, is to put them on a tray and then put the sprinkles on. Especially with these big sprinkles. That way they don't make the icing fall to the bottom. And I think they're just too cute with those little straws. So give me a little heart if you like. Oh, you can't see it. Let's see, it'd be helpful if you could see the cake pop. If you like the cake pop. Let's see, let's do another one. Our icing's still really good. I'm gonna swirl it. I'm gonna kind of, whoops, see that one fell in. But here's what you do. You take it off, you put it on a plate, and then you stick your little, hold on. You all can't see me do this. You bring it over here, perfectly good as can be. You put some sprinkles on it. No one will ever know that happened. No one will ever know that happened. It's because my candy coating wasn't as good. So let's do another one. Let's try this again. Okay? Oh, that one worked. Yes, it did. That one worked perfectly. So I'm gonna do some different sprinkles on this one. I'm gonna do some of these little bitty sprinkles. Yum. Now I'm gonna attempt something crazy. Are you all ready? I'm gonna try to make a bear. I've never done this before. I have no idea if it's gonna work, but it gives me a reason to open up my M&Ms. So I have my M&Ms. What I'm gonna do is, I gotta wipe my sprinkles off. I am gonna put a little bit of candy coating. If this works, this is gonna be darn cute. I'm dipping my candy coating. Okay. Let's see if I can show you all both things. Okay, so I dipped my candy coating, and I'm gonna put one up here for one ear. I love M&Ms. When I was growing up and I would go to my grandparents' house, they would always have M&Ms. Broadcasting error, connection closed by the server. So I'm gonna do two little bears right there. I mean, two little ears on my bear. And then I'm gonna get a little bit of candy coating. I hope you all can still see this, I'm not sure. If you can see this, will you all give me a thumbs up? Because something happened and I don't know if I've done something or Facebook kicked me off. I'm gonna put a little bit of candy coating on the back of my M&M so it'll stick. And I'm gonna put my M&M there for my bear. Okay? Now I need to let this dry for a minute, so I have room in my freezer. I'm gonna stick this in my freezer. Just for a minute. It'll get really hard. I don't know if you all can still see me. It says live and recording, but I'm not sure. but I'll just pretend like you can. Oh, I know what I do. I'm gonna, hold on just a second. I'm gonna go to my other phone and check because I want y'all to see this little bear. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, so I did my candy coating. Okay, I think I'm still good. Good. So, tell me what you all are going to do today. Does anybody do anything exciting? I need to know. And I'm going to put one up here for one ear. Oh, I got to turn this off. Hold on, I'm trying to turn myself off on the other Facebook so that... So let me tell you again while we're waiting for our candy coating. If you share this post and tell about my daily little cooking show at 11 o'clock, baking show, then I'm gonna draw a name. And if you're local and you win, you will win these cute cake pops. If you are not local, I'm gonna make you a really, really cute towel with my Cricut machine. It'll say something having to do with baking, but I don't know what that's gonna be yet. We'll just have to see what happens. But I love doing stuff like that. So let's see if my cake pop is dry enough since I put it in the freezer. It is. Oh, now I'm gonna put my candy coating has gotten a little bit, it needs to be cooked a little bit more. I'm gonna go ahead and do that for 10 more seconds. Now, like I said, I've never done this, so we're just gonna see what happens. That's good, yeah, good and wet. And I'm gonna dip it. I probably should have put more in there. Let's see. Let me do it like this. I'll be honest, I'm not feeling real hopeful with this, but we'll see what happens. The fun of baking is trying new things, right? Oh, actually, this might work out okay. I don't know, maybe it looks more like a pig. I want to get some of that excess off. Oh, it's cute. Look, but I've got it really does look like a pig. Now, I've got to let this dry for just a second. Wouldn't that be a total pink pig? Is that the cutest thing ever? But now what I'm gonna do is I am going to let this dry another minute, and it's sort of clumpy because it's got these clumps in this candy coating that I'm using. And I'm gonna get a toothpick and I'm going to put some texture on my little bear. Let me grab a toothpick there in the other room. Be right back. Okay, so while it's drying, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna touch it with my little toothpick. And it's supposed to make it look like it's not working. It's supposed to make it look like it has hair on it. But you know what? I think maybe my candy coating isn't dry enough. Or maybe it is. We're just gonna keep going and see what happens. Okay? Now, if you all try this at home, please send me pictures. Actually, it's working. I think the candy coating kind of needs to be a little bit dry. See, it's kind of looking like it has hair. Okay, so let's see. I'm I'm continuing to do it. Oh yes, it's working now that my candy coating is drying. Okay. I'll turn it around and show you what it looks like. Is that cute or what? Do y'all see it? So cute. It really totally looks like a pig instead of a bear, but we're going to change that here in a second. Okay. So, let's see, I'm going to show it to you in a second. There it is, but I'm not done. I've got to add the little details. I got a little bit too much candy coating off of the M&M, so I got to put just a little bit more on. So I am going to, now you could also dip your thing in the candy coating if you want a little bit more fur on there. Okay, like that. Is that not the cutest thing? You see that? Can you see it? Give me a heart if you think it looks like a pig. Give me a thumbs up if you think I can make it look like a bear. I'm gonna get one more thing because I gotta be able to draw the bear on here. So let me run and get a tool that I need. Be right back. Let's see. Okay, so this is an edible marker. I have no idea if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try. Let's see, where's my little bear? If it's even dry enough. I might draw on one of these to see if it even draws. Oh yeah, it works. It works on the chocolate. Okay, so we're just waiting for the chocolate to dry. We're waiting for the chocolate to dry. Next time I do this, I'll use brown or total white without the little sprinkles in it. I just had that and wanted to try it. So I'm gonna use my marker and I'm gonna attempt to draw a little bear nose on this. I don't know if this is gonna work. Well, it sort of works, but not really. That didn't really work. That didn't really work. There's a little nose, but I have an option too. So you can get these little things. Let me show you. You can get these little things. They're little packets of drizzling chocolate, and I'm gonna microwave it. I'm gonna snip it and microwave it, and then I'm gonna try to do it with that. This might not work at all, but you know what? We're in this together. Let's see how you do this. Pooch at half power, you do it at half power. Let's see, it says microwave at half power for 45 seconds. So I can do that. Okay, 45 seconds at half power. These are looking good though. Look at that. Oh, don't you just want to eat it? And then this one, yes, that one looks good too. I like the ones that you sit for some reason with the straws sticking up. I think they look so cute on a plate when they're like that. So I've got my little bear. I'm gonna put a little bit more icing on to fix my little mess up where I tried to draw his nose and it didn't work. I'm gonna put a little bit more candy coating on his nose. I'm gonna stick him in the freezer a second. Okay. Get in there. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh, this is great. Now this, you can't, I forgot to mention also, you can't use regular chocolate chips to do that. It just doesn't work. You have to use candy coating. Is anybody still on here with me? I feel like I've gone way long, but I really wanted to try to do the bear. Okay. I have my little bear, and I'm gonna get my chocolate coating so that I can add his little details. Let's see. I'm gonna snip a little corner of my bag. Oh yes. And I'm just massaging it. This says microwave snip and drizzle. We'll see what happens. It looks like that hole's too big. Let's see. I'm gonna test. Well, maybe not. You know what I'm gonna do? Let's see, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put it out on a plate, and then I'm gonna get my little toothpick, and I'm going to, let me get another toothpick. I'm gonna attempt to draw it on with the chocolate. I think that that would work better. So here's my bear, and I've got a little bit of chocolate on my toothpick, and I'm gonna attempt, let's see, let me draw his little eyes. Oh, that kind of works. I'll show you when I'm done. There's one eye. Let me do the other eye. Well, this eye's drooping. He's been in an accident. He's got a black eye and it's drooping onto his nose. You know that show, what's that show? Nailed It? I need to be on that show with this cake pop. Oh, it's kind of working out good though for his little nose. I'll show you here in a second. Oh, this is actually working pretty good. I just messed up his eye a little bit. But like I said, I have never ever done this before. Made these little bears. And I think I can cover it up with a little bit of, I know you can't see me doing this, so it's probably boring. But I'm almost done, and then I will show you. Okay, let's do that. And let's do that. Almost done. Whoops. This is messy business. But it's kind of turning out cute. Maybe. There's my little bear. My little bear pig. I think I'm gonna make pigs next. So anyway, we're done for today. Don't forget, if you can share, if you share this video and comment, then you will be in the running for a fun prize from me. Either cake pops if you're close, or something cute that I make and send to you. So thank you all for watching. Have a great day. Tomorrow we're gonna make cookies. See ya. Bye.